Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
You sound terrible, by the way. Oh, there you go. You sound better now.
You talking to me?
Thank you for downloading our recent episode. For more episodes like this, go to movieguyspodcast.podbean.com for more episodes. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another awesome episode of Movie Guys Podcast. Tonight, we're talking about Freakier Friday. I can't believe we're reviewing this. Eric, how the hell are you doing?
I'm excited to talk about this. This is a step in a different direction from what we normally do. Trying to be, right, all-inclusive, spread it out for our catalog.
I guess so. Spread something out. I mean, like, open my wings up on this one. This one's rough for me. I did not have fun with this one at all, to be honest.
Did you have fun with the first one?
Okay, so yes, I did, but I watched the first one, I think it was 6 months ago for the first time with my wife and daughter, because it was announced that this movie was coming out. My daughter thought the trailers were funny. Haha, cute body switch. So we showed her the OG one. Not the OG one. The OG one is with Jodie Foster. But the one that everybody knows. Right, Lindsay Lohan. No.
Yeah.
No.
It's been done a few different times, right?
Right. So, yeah, we put this on the schedule because I was just kind of curious where it was going to go. I was curious where the story was going to go. It did not go where I thought it was going to go.
Sure. Hold on. Now you got me thinking. What was that one? Was it Fred Savage and Judge Reinhold?
I don't know.
They did a body swap movie. Do you remember?
No.
Okay. Either way, I'm gonna look it up real quick because now I'm curious. But yes, a family-friendly body swap movie obviously has been done a few different times. You said you saw the first one for the first time a few months ago?
Yeah, man, because what? When did the one that we know, the Lindsay Lohan one, that come out in 02, 03? That was right before Mean Girls.
Yeah. Oh, the movie was called Vice Versa, 1988. Judge Reinhold and Fred Savage. Yes. Yeah, this is Lindsay Lohan kind of striking it hot after a pretty good streak, right, of becoming adult. Actually, this is the first kind of movie into that, right? Because she had done Parent Trap, and then maybe a few other like TV movies. At least that's what it says on IMDb. And then had done this movie, and it seemed like after doing this movie, it bled into Mean Girls, which kind of made her an it girl after that, right?
Well, didn't she do that Herbie car movie in between this and Mean Girls too? Not this one, but...
Yeah, and she also tried to do a music career.
Yeah, she had the... Yeah. I remember she had one album. Stars Are Blind. I know that's Paris Hilton. Well, I know the song.
For BFM.
It's like, I give them something to talk. Something, I don't know. I can't do it. She was talking about how paparazzi. But anyway, so when did the Lindsay Lohan Parent Trap come out? Not Parent Trap, Freaky Friday. Did this come out in 02 or 03? When did this one come?
03.
03. So then 05, 06 was Mean Girls. So this was the Kickstarter.
04 was Mean Girls.
04 was... Okay, so this is a year before Mean Girls then.
Doesn't matter. Yes. Okay.
Well, the reason why I'm asking is just because, this movie came out in 2025, so we're 22 years later in this movie, right?
Yeah, and from all we know, Lindsay Lohan had kind of taken a break from acting, right?
A break from cocaine, one would say.
She has her demons, and she definitely had to go through a lot of that. One where I feel bad, where a lot of these it girls get tossed through the ringer pretty bad, and it's like, who's going to come out at the end? I think this is the start of maybe a resurgence. Everyone likes a comeback story. It's not going to happen too well for maybe like a Britney Spears, who seems to be going kind of the other direction. Unfortunate for her, but everyone likes that redemption arc.
Yeah.
And
Like,
obviously we get to see it with like the Renaissance as well too. Brendan Fraser who's going to be in a new Mummy movie, by the way.
yes, with Rachel Weisz. Yeah, like everybody's a good comeback story. Like Seabiscuit, Rocky. I'm setting you up here, dude.
Yes.
I'm setting you
What are
up.
you setting me? What for, Jordan? I'm missing whatever you're throwing at me here.
Oh,
But
here, let's role play real quick and we'll go back. Okay, tell me that everybody loves a good comeback story.
I'm not doing it. If I think I know what you're doing, what you're setting up for, I'm not doing it.
Okay, I'll behave. So, so now we are okay. So, all right. So let's get into the. Okay, so Lindsay Lohan need a resurgence. Unlike her co-star Jamie Lee, right? Jamie Lee just came off of a big trilogy with Halloween. She's becoming popular again. I don't know if that's the word, right? But she's getting there again to where she needs to be. So it seems like both actresses need this together. I guess they were friends over the past 22 years.
Yeah, and good for them.
Right, and I could tell.
I was just going to say, I feel like Jamie Lee had just been kind of in that part of her career where she just kind of can say yes to all these projects that come through, and she's just constantly working, whether it be in TV or in film.
This was her idea. Freakier
This was her idea.
Yeah, she's the one that pitched this. She's the one that wanted to do it. Only do it with Lindsay, which is kind of cool, right? So watching the first movie with the family, Lindsay Lohan was this punk rocker, Avril Lavigne, right? That's when Avril Lavigne first came out, right? 02, 03. She was kind of like that, right, in a way. And
a certain comeback video came out too.
I don't know. You lost me on that one.
You set me up for making the comment, and then when I throw it back to you about that certain video,
you said I couldn't say anything.
I didn't. I said I wasn't going to say it.
That's true. So she was this punk rocker. She had a mom who was, a lawyer, right? Jamie Lee Curtis was a lawyer in the first movie.
Was she a lawyer or a psychologist?
No, she's a psychologist. Yeah, psychologist. The opposite of a lawyer. And she was the
therapist.
Yes. The plot of the first movie was mother and daughter didn't get along. Mom is marrying a new guy, so the whole issue, body swap, blah, blah, blah. So now I'm kind of curious going into this movie where these characters are going to be. Right off the bat, I do not like where Lindsay Lohan is in this movie. She's a single mom, but they keep saying at the beginning of the movie, we had an off-air conversation about this, where like Jamie Lee Curtis is like, oh, Lindsay Lohan chose to be a single mom. What does that mean? Because towards the end of the movie, they say that the dad died?
Yeah, it's because, again, Lindsay Lohan, who her name is Anna. This movie chose to be a single mom and therefore killed her husband, baby daddy. And she said, this is my choice. This is how I want it to be. I am an independent woman. And she hid the body. She did it very well with her mom's help. And that's a freakier Friday that I'd like to watch.
She's a what? What kind of woman?
Independent.
Throw your hands up at me.
Oh my God.
Part one. No, okay, so what's her name? Annie or Anna?
Anna Coleman.
Anna is now a record manager? She just manages just a random pop star, right? Because I thought that the pop star that she was managing was her friend in the first movie, but it's not. She's just managing this random pop star for Capitol Records. And Jamie Lee Curtis is still married to the dude from the first movie, but she's clearly retired. And
I mean, isn't that home dude, Mark Harmon?
That was the dude from the first movie too, right?
Yeah.
And my wife got instant vibes because Jamie Lee Curtis's character is extremely overbearing. Take a second, decompress. Always sticking her nose in the business, and my wife looks at me and goes, "This is your mother, 100%." And I was like,
is that why you didn't enjoy the movie then? Is that
I was like, hey,
deep-rooted?
you know who you married? It's not my fault.
Yeah, my mother, right? Is that?
Yeah.
That's who you married. You married the both of us.
Exactly. You can't be mad at a crack addict that they smoke crack when you married them. You married a crack addict.
That's your fault. That's your fault.
See, now you get it. So, yeah, okay. So I don't like where the characters are at this point. I don't like that Jamie Lee Curtis is overbearing grandma, and I don't like Lindsay Lohan's career. I wanted her to be more of that rock starish kind of person. What do you think so far of this? I'm like, do you agree with me about their careers and what they're doing? What do you feel?
Yeah, this is pretty typical for like a family type of movie like this, where a lot of those stressful elements aren't an issue, like money. They have a nice house, they have a nice lifestyle. Everyone, their high school that they go to is amazing. Like every time I see a movie where it's like, I don't know, presumably like a West Coast high school where it's always like hybrid indoor-outdoor kind of a thing. But like, this is cool. I've never seen a high school like this. Oh, they have Bunsen burners. They actually have like a school budget where they can use materials. It's like, that's amazing. You know, those are new textbooks. That's nuts. So it's whatever. I understand for the movie, it makes it look pretty that way to not have that struggle. But she's a single mom by choice, you know.
Right. So that's
the struggle.
So the hybrid indoor-outdoor is kind of interesting because when my brother got married for the first time, I went down there and he took me to his old school down in Florida. That's where he's from. And their lockers were outside. And I was just like, oh my God, just like the movies. Like, that's kind of cool.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
blows my mind.
Where's Brink? Let's go. Let's tear it up. You know?
Yeah, maybe that's just my, again, misfortune from going into a public school that is also built the same way as the prisons.
Well, you live in Detroit.
Hey, no windows are allowed in these classrooms.
No. So yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in Anna's career at this point. It's great that she's a manager. I'm not dogging her on that. It's just because she was so about, I'm Avril Lavigne and dangerous. I'm Kelly Osbourne mom. I have issues. I kind of wanted her to be like a rock star at this point. I didn't want her to be a manager, but oh well, it's the way it is. Jamie Lee Curtis. I guess it makes sense that she's an overbearing grandma because she was not involved in her daughter's life in the first movie. That was part of the reasons of the switch. They always were fighting with each other. So now she's too overbearing. So now Lindsay Lohan has a daughter. What's the daughter's name?
Harper.
Harper, thank you. I thought it was Haley for a second. And Harper is the same age as Lindsay Lohan was in the first movie, I'm assuming. And Harper is in the wrong movie. She should be in Point Break because she's just surfing. That's all she wants to do is just ride one more wave, man.
Yeah, she's a beach dog. Just living life.
I mean, like, you and I could write this, right? I mean, you and I are like in a room, like, okay, what's the opposite of rock star? Lazy. Great.
So, yeah, I don't want to say that maybe that you and I could write it, but the same part, it feels like in the writer's room that they had to present challenges to everyone individually, and I think they did a pretty fair job at presenting the challenges for everyone, and then a resolution for that as well, too. It didn't seem to be all clumped together. It didn't seem to be all of a mess on top of each other. One is more important than the other. It generally ironed out well that everyone was having their grudges, was having their issues, and as the movie progressed, met those challenges and came to understand them and came to oversee them. But it was just like you said, just kind of like predictable. Like you could see when the scene started, you would think to yourself, oh, this is the scene where these two characters have the conversation, and one of the four main girls that were switched will learn their lesson in this one. Oh, this is the scene where, Tess talks to Lily and they bond over their differences. And, a family is very predictable, just like you said.
Yeah. So the conflict in this one is Harper hates this foreign exchange student British girl. What's her name? Lily?
Lily, yes.
And Lily's walking around like she's a mean girl, right? I thought that was kind of like plastics, right? She kind of seemed like that.
Yes.
And they just don't mesh. They don't get along, right? And they're in science class, and Lily's about fashion. She's about designing in fashion, and she didn't want to do anything to do with this lab work, to where she wasn't paying attention, and Harper made a chemical reaction of something, and boom, we have an issue. So principal brings in the parents. Lindsay Lohan runs into so out of her league, right? That's his name, out of her league. That's his name.
So what do you think?
Skippers. Scoot. Sorry, Scoot. I'm sorry, what's this guy's name?
Eric.
I should have known that. But he spells it with a K. E-A.
He does not. He spells it the correct way, E-R-I-C. And points for him.
All right.
Maybe not him, but the writers.
One of the writers.
A good-looking Eric who basically is awesome at everything.
He is.
Oh, I didn't know you could do this. And he's a loving, thoughtful person as well, too. He is the perfect guy, Jordan.
Perfect guy. This guy has no gray in him at all. He has no flaws. This guy is perfect from the time we see him until the time the movie wraps up. This guy is so out of her league. They bump into each other literally. They're smitten. And they meet with the greatest principal of all time who just wants to be cool and hang out.
Principal Waldman, yeah. Who the actress is named just X Mayo.
Are you serious? X?
Yeah.
Like the letter X and then M-A-Y-O?
That's what the billing says, and I'm not going to go into that. I'd imagine that she's a TV personality that does some writing, and either way, it's I'm not gonna look into this.
Okay, fair enough. So now, here comes the struggle. The dad is the dad of Lily, and Lindsay Lohan is the mom of Harper. So guess what? They're going to love each other, and now the two enemies have to become friends. They have to become sisters.
Forced to be with each other.
Forced. And they do this montage, right, of their relationship. I would say the breakup did the loving montage in the beginning earlier than me, and it's in my opinion. Remember the breakup? The beginning montage?
I would say I thought this montage looked like a burn book.
Oh, God. Do you think that they're that clever? They probably are.
I told you that I caught the October 3rd reference in this movie without even realizing that I had caught it.
Right.
After that montage, Anna, Lindsay Lohan's character, is going through her schedule, kind of freaking out that there's never enough time to do all this at once, and we get to see on her phone the schedules, and the date that she's getting married is October 3rd, which is a reference to Mean Girls.
This is like the 5th time we've referenced Mean Girls. Are they going to do an actual Mean Girls sequel? Do you think that Rachel McAdams is down and out enough to where she needs to work? Because I would pay that ticket.
No,
not yet. Okay.
I'm sure you would. They're doing the Mean Girls musical. That movie just came out a few years ago.
No.
So I don't think there needs to be a sequel. That's up to Tina Fey, right?
I guess so. So October 3rd's her wedding, and now these two girls who are enemies are now going to have to be frenemies, right? They're going to get married. The parents are going to get married, and they're getting married in the States. But then after they get married, they dropped a bomb on the girls that they're moving back to London. Is that what I got from this? Hey guys, we're getting married now. We're moving to London, right? And this is where Jamie Lee Curtis gets involved, and it's just like, you're not going to take my grandbaby, and she can stay here with me. right? Is that the conflict, or am I making that up?
No, I think there was a mix because Lily wants to move back at home to the United Kingdom, to UK, and I think there was some just kind of back and forth about who's unsure about what, but it's not really like the main conflict.
Right. The main conflict is the body switching. So now, Lindsay Lohan has a bachelorette party. The girls are going to go. And stereotypical bachelor party, right? Bachelorette party, nothing really important besides the palm reader / coffee barista / every millennial that we know is this lady. And we've seen this actress 100 times. Does she get the gold?
Vanessa Bayer.
Yeah,
she's an SNL actress, or was. She's no longer anymore. A couple of SNL people in here, actually, by the way. So there was her, and then the dance instructor was Chloe Fineman. But this character stole the show for me.
Oh, she was great.
She was great.
She was great. Does she get the golden headphones yet? Have we reviewed her? This is the third time?
I don't know. I think Jamie Lee Curtis does.
Oh, she got that with Halloween because we did Halloween 1, 2, and 3.
Right. Well, officially then in the new movies then, because Halloween ends Everything Everywhere All at Once, and then this movie,
right?
If we have not done whatever, she's got platinum headphones at this point.
Oh yeah. Oh, platinum or diamond?
Bring her on the show. You know what, Jamie? I know you're listening. Go on. Just reach out to one of us.
Biggest fan.
Get on the show.
So golden headphones, yes. But what is better in your opinion? We're doing it on the first time on the show here. Is platinum headphones better or diamond headphones better?
Uranium.
I mean, it's kind of stupid.
That's so hot it's radioactive.
No, not radioactive, man. Diamond or platinum? Which one's better? Is it platinum? Platinum headphones?
No, I think diamond.
Well, diamond headphones. Why not? Give it to Jamie. It makes sense. She's in that icon status now to where people are just throwing crap awards at her because she's an icon.
Yeah, why not?
Might as well come up with the diamond headphones. Jamie Lee's the first winner. Congratulations, Jamie Lee. It's in the mail.
Congratulations, Jamie. It's in the mail.
So, okay, so what's the palm reader's name again? I'm sorry, what's her real name?
Vanessa Bayer is the actress's name.
I saw her in a show that I only watched one season of. Besides SNL, she was in Last Man on Earth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying that when I see her, she's one of those actors where I don't know the name, but I know the face. And every time I see her, I always enjoy her in it. So when I saw her here as this tarot card reading person, I was like, oh, she's going to be fun. And you're right. She completely stole the show. She was like, okay, guys, here's a card to my barista. Here's my card to this. Here's my card to this. Oh, don't leave. I got to read your palms, right? She has to read the palms to the girls first. No, what? She was reading Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis's palms.
Yeah. She kind of comes out of nowhere, by the way, too, which was pretty fun.
Right. And then, and all of a sudden, she's just talking in this high-pitched, fun voice, and then just goes into this demon voice. And then she snaps out of it and goes, whoa, I've never done that before. Like, just perfect. Just perfect, right? And then...
Yeah, she's great.
This is where... And then the daughters do the reading, same shtick, right? The daughters go do the reading, high-pitched voice, demon voice, never done that before, and then all of a sudden there's an earthquake that only they can feel. So we know what's going to happen, right? We know. The next day, I hope I don't get this wrong, they wake up and they're in different bodies. Jamie Lee Curtis, Lily is in Jamie Lee Curtis's body.
Yes.
And Harper is in Lindsay Lohan's body.
Yeah, they age flipped.
They age flipped, and they couldn't do Lily's mom because Lily's mom is dead.
Right.
So Jamie Lee Curtis is the next best thing, and we get the great jokes, right? We get the jokes that I really loved, right? Because Jamie Lee Curtis is the oldest person on set for this, right? So she has to make the old jokes, right? With the crow's feet.
I'm old. I have so many wrinkles. Yeah.
Yeah, have to make those classic jokes. Love it, and I don't know how to say it, right? But Lindsay Lohan, see, it's weird because the girls come up with a plan. I'm just going to say the daughters. That'll be easy. So the daughters come up with a plan of how to not allow their parents to get married. And the plan is what? That they're going to I see. That's the thing. That's why I'm kind of stammering. I don't know what the plan actually was. Their plan was to do what?
Yeah, basically just sabotage it in one way or another that they could. Whether it be trying to sabotage the immigration interview, right, or sabotage or arrangements, and then eventually getting Chad Michael Murray involved, the, I guess, love interest from the first movie, and try to, the ex, basically, case of the ex, bring him in and try to sabotage that. But that's their plan, so that they, Lily and Harper, can go their own separate ways and live their own life. Harper living in, again, I'm assuming West Coast, United States, and Lily goes back to the UK.
The heartthrob. What's his name?
What's that?
What's the heartthrob? The ex-boyfriend?
Eric?
No, the heartthrob.
Oh, Chad Michael Murray?
Evidently, he still hits. My wife, Jake. Evidently, Jake still hits. My wife's like, "Is that the guy from the first movie?" And she looks up. She goes, "It is." And I was like, "Why'd you say it like that?" She goes, "I'm just saying." So evidently, he still got it.
He's got he's just a simple guy, jeans, t-shirt, classic Charger. He's good-looking rebel. The heart of gold.
I love how he's riding his motorcycle with his long hair, has his helmet on, full face-covered helmet, takes it off, and it is wavier than Farrah Fawcett. It's nonsense. I love it.
Yeah, there's a lot of back and forth in this movie at this part, and I'm not going to lie, I felt that a lot of what they were doing was lost on me only because I had a hard time remembering who was in whose body.
Sometimes that happened for me too. Yeah, like Jamie Lee Curtis, I didn't. Jamie Lee Curtis was having too much fun, so I knew exactly.
It took me a while. It honestly did. This movie is short of 2 hours, hour and 50 minutes, and the body flip happened pretty quick in this movie. I would say that, let's say the body flip happens like 20 minutes. Okay, around that mark, maybe half hour.
Let's go with it.
I think it took me another like 45 minutes to kind of get used to the fact of who was in whose body. It was hard to keep track sometimes. But then it got to the kind of process of elimination where it's like, okay, Anna and Harper are mom and daughter, and they flipped. So the other two then are the other two. Young Lily is played by Jamie Lee Curtis. His character Tess, and Jamie Lee Curtis is supposed to be this young Lily character who's kind of like a mean girl, but not really.
Kinda. She's like a mean girl wannabe. I don't think Lindsay Lohan had a good time on this set. I mean, I don't really think she and her daughter really added anything kind of fun, really. I mean, like, Jamie Lee Curtis was the fun one. Her clothing, her choice of clothing was fun. Like what she came down when their body was switched and like her hair was completely redone, right? And she looked pre-teenish kind of look, right? She had like pink in her hair and just I could tell she had fun. So I had fun watching her because she was having fun. Lindsay Lohan.
Oh yeah.
I have a lot of mean things to say because I'm so used to dogging on her because everybody's been dogging on her for 20 years. But it's like, she wasn't good in this movie. Like, she was flat.
I'll agree with you that it was just kind of show up on set, read the script, and kind of move on. I feel like the scenes that she did well in were the ones where she was with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Those two were bouncing off each other very well. And I came to the thought, like, okay, did I have fun watching this movie? And is it not as much fun as they had making this movie?
Yeah, definitely a movie you want to be on set for. 100%.
Yeah, it really did shine through, especially in the after credits where it was just bloopers of basically just Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan just kind of playing with each other, which I enjoyed seeing that. It was great. But I would agree, there really was not a whole lot of good scenes for Lindsay Lohan, and it seems that she's kind of stale in her acting.
Well, she hasn't done it in a while, right? She has to get back on that horse.
Yeah. It also does seem that like the Lindsay Lohan that we were introduced to, whether it be from Parent Trap or from like Mean Girls, that it was a bit more like the natural look, and it seems like the person now seems to be very much like the West Coast Hollywood plastic.
That's funny because she was against plastics in Mean Girl, but now she becomes one. Literally.
Yeah. Yep. And there it is right there. Lindsay Lohan is never going to escape Mean Girl references. Oh, you are, once again, just loving your own jokes there.
I don't know why I'm so good at these, right? So, okay.
The greatest.
Thank you. That was one of the nicest things you ever said.
We got to have an opposite of a burn book. We just got to have like a win book. And it's just all going to be of your classic dad jokes that we just write in here. And instead of doing any sort of reward wrap-up at the end of the year, we just go through that book. And we give you gold stars.
I would like to have gold stars. And one day I'll get 1 gold star so the checkout counter guy is no longer employee of the month. So let's move on. Let's move on.
Yes.
So nothing happens in this chunk. Like, what I mean by the chunk is, like, in the middle of the movie, right? So, like, everybody has to pretend to be somebody else, right? So Lindsay Lohan, who's her daughter, has to go to the recording studio, and the artist that she's managing is upset because her boyfriend, some pop dude, broke up with her and made a song about her, so now she's a wreck. And that's a big chunk there to where, like, she has a photo shoot, too. Like, this pop star has a photo shoot. And the worst outfits imaginable, right? So this is where Jamie Lee Curtis in Lily's body, right? No, yes, Jamie Lee Curtis is in Lily's body. See, I'm confused. And yeah, and then Harper's in Lindsay Lohan's body, to where they gotta get the pop star back in the motion, right? Get the mojo flowing, and they just have this great photo montage. Again, Jamie Lee Curtis is having a ball. While that's going on, another, again, I'm stammering because I get confused, but the daughters are now going after the heartthrob, and clearly he doesn't own a CD store in California, Jake here, right? Like, this guy.
Was it a coffee shop?
He was selling records.
For charity.
Oh,
the old stuff, but I'm pretty sure it was a coffee shop. But like, fine, just like you said,
he's so dreamy.
There are situations that they are put into are easily they're forgettable because it feels like we went through in the storyboard. Okay, so what's Lily's big challenge here? All right, how can we present that challenge to her? You know, okay, she wants to move back to the UK. She has a jaded relationship with everyone who her dad is in relationship with because her mom, and you know, she's not ready to let go. What about Tess? What's her big thing? Oh, well, she's overbearing and she wants to be involved all the time. Okay, well, it was Harper's, etc., right? And I feel like that we just go down that list of first having all of the people enjoy up this moment, first freaking out in their new bodies after the swap, then coming to enjoy being in their new bodies. The young girls are enjoying that they're of drinking age. They can drive. They don't have to be in school. They can kind of go and do whatever. Oh, they get to meet a pop star. They didn't realize that Lindsay Lohan is a music producer / manager / everything music to this pretty popular musician, right? And so they hang out with her, and because they're young, they're able to relate a bit more. And you guys are the coolest old people I've ever met. Very stereotypical. Vice versa, where the older characters, Anna and Tess, are now in younger bodies, and they're like, oh my goodness, all those jokes. I can bend down without my knees cracking.
That was a good joke.
I can eat whatever I want. I can, do all this, kind of stuff. And so those jokes are cute, but I feel like again, you're just kind of checking the boxes off the list, right?
100%. But I did find myself laughing out loud a lot when they were in the coffee shop / record thing where Jamie Lee Curtis is trying to get up. She's like, I'm trying to get up, but I can't get up. And then every time they move her, they have that great, bones cracking sound. It is very cookie cutter. It's very like, been there, done that yawn. But it was just funny because we're getting to that age to where, like, when we get out of bed, now you and I grunt, right? Or when you.
Oh yeah.
Or if you've been on the toilet for longer because you just got enthralled by TikTok and you get up. Oh! Yeah, Jamie, I know the feeling. That's what made me laugh.
Oh my goodness.
100%.
Noises I make when I sleep with a knee pillow now. Oh my God.
See, 20 years ago,
aligned. It's amazing.
You never would have done that.
Anyway,
so the big issue is they go to this dinner at Eric's restaurant, right? This is his restaurant. By the way, not my kind of place. Looks very bougie, right? And this is where everything kind of goes ahead, right? Where like Lily and Jamie Lee Curtis's bodies is like, I don't want this to happen, this marriage, blah, blah, blah. But everybody doesn't know that the swap has happened. This is where the fight, where Eric quickly falls in love with Lindsay Lohan. And just because some people have some issues, he's just like, the wedding's off. I'm done now.
This is, and they've had a pretty long relationship. They said, I think they alluded to it being like a year or two into the relationship. And obviously this has like been the last day or two, right, where she's been, and respectfully so, Anna, who is being body swapped by Harper, has been doing all this stuff as her mom and doesn't really know how to do. She can do the music stuff, and she realizes, oh my goodness, my mom has been doing all this stuff independently. She's still writing music. She's still doing all this stuff, and why didn't she? Oh, because she had a kid and she focused on the kid. That thing. But then her personal life, where Harper and Lily both don't want to like the other person's parent. Right? Because liking them means that they would have to accept either that change. Lily likes Anna as being her stepmom. That means she has to stay in America. I guess she doesn't have to. But you know what I mean? Her dream of moving back to the UK with her dad and doing that life is gone. And I guess vice versa for Harper, because her dad had died. Oh, I guess both of the kids had a parent that died, right? The dad for Harper and then the mom for Lily. But that's their hurdle that they're trying to jump over. And like I get it, and but it comes to the point where Eric seems to be picking up on this. And he's just like, oh, geez, okay, this is all happening close to the wedding day. Obviously, some stuff needs to get worked out. It's not just, if it was just one person, I think he said, right? If it was just Anna or if it was just Lily, I guess that's one thing. But it seems to be everybody.
Right.
And he's just got to step away.
Yeah, because he was trying to kiss Lindsay Lohan. He doesn't know that that's Harper, and she's like, nope, you can't kiss me. This is American tradition. We can't hug or kiss or just see anybody for, till the wedding. Jokes, right? So he calls off the wedding, so this is where everybody has to get to know themselves, just like we as the audience get to know them. We get to go on this journey together, and we get to learn, that Lily just so desperately wants a mom, and she had one staring her right in the face with Jamie Lee Curtis. She won right there.
Yeah. Just there the entire time, and Harper thought that Eric was just going to be her and didn't really love her, and that there was some other, I guess, intention there. And she found out that he really does love her in the immigration interview, where he knows all of her stuff, everything about her, including that she likes Chumbawamba.
I get knocked down, just like that. Pissing the night away.
Also knowing that, like those secret stuff, that one, her mom wrote a secret song. Two, that her mom, in order to get closer to Harper, has been taking surf lessons, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
And
that's a good one too.
And she wrote a secret song, but Harper thought the song was about the dad, but it's about Harper.
Yeah. And because of that, the kids are slowly kind of accepting the soon-to-be step-parents and being like, oh, geez, okay, maybe they're not so bad. Both of them are obviously in love with each other, but they are way more loving to the kids. Kids are always first, right?
Kids are always first. So now we got to get them back together, and the movie has a climax just like the first one, where it's at a concert to where Lindsay Lohan's old band Pink Slip is coming back from retirement. Right? They had the main pop star girl that they were hanging out with all day. She performs her generic song. Kind of remind me of Lady Love Blood, whatever, from that trap movie we reviewed last year.
Yeah, what was her name? Raven? Lady Raven or something?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Lady Raven, right? Kind of just a generic artist, right? And then here comes Pink Slip, not playing in real life, but, we're going to pretend they are. And then we're going to get the moment, right, to where Lindsay Lohan goes out on stage, but it's Harper, and she doesn't know how to play guitar. So then Harper, who is Lindsay Lohan, is behind the stage going to do the guitar thing just like she did in the first movie. But all of a sudden, no. Who did it? That's Lindsay Lohan said to Harper, why don't you come out here and play the song because it's about you or whatever. And they get a standing ovation. Right? And then Eric shows back up, and the crowd's all like, yeah, Eric. And Eric's just like, hey, I'm going to marry her. Crowd surfed me up to the front. And they're like, yeah. And then they just brought back this Avril Lavigne early 2000s girl punk rock song, and I was checked out at this point in time. I was done. I knew where this stuff was going. It's so generic, to where they all. What was the lesson that they learned? To love each other, just like the first movie, pretty much. Just to love each other.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. To kind of accept that it's not just them that are having issues, that everyone's having issues, and to help each other with it, because your issues are not too far apart from what they're dealing with, and you can help each other. You guys can get there together. I forgot what the words that were said in this movie were like, oh, the heart, change for the heart, or what? I'm not even going to pretend I forgot what it was.
The heart will go on, bud.
The heart will go on, yeah.
See? Perfect.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what. Yes.
And then they all end up, and of course. Oh. You what?
No, I'm trying to remember what the rhyme was, and I'm not going to. What? Go ahead.
I'm just trying to help you. I'm just trying to help you think.
Oh, I thought you were trying to get me to do the comeback joke again.
Absolutely not. You're the one that brought it up, so therefore you're the jerk.
Bringing it back.
Well, they brought well, they got back into their bodies in this one because everything came back. Everybody is happy. Harper's surfing. Lily's designing. I did not stay for the after credits montage of having a great time. I wish I did. I knew this review was going to be a little different than what we traditionally do, so I don't know how it was. I don't know. So I went into this popcorn rating time. I went into this thinking it's either going to be a no bag or a small, right? I think I'm going to give this one a small just because I don't want to be that harsh on it. I think it did exactly what I needed to do. I think Jamie Lee Curtis had a great time and she was fun in this. I don't think Lindsay Lohan is bad. I just wish that she was doing something different. She was something else in this movie. Because her whole plot was everybody thought that she gave up her dreams to be a rock star for her daughter. But that's kind of not true, right? Like, we don't know really what happened. So, I don't know, since the husband died, is that made her want to become an executive? Who knows? But,
yeah.
The girl that played Lily, I thought was fine. I mean, that's the thing, is everybody was fine. So, can't give it a medium because I'm never going to see it again. I don't want to give it a no back because I think the movie's better than that. Because I did chuckle and laugh out loud a few times. So yeah, small bag of popcorn for me. Just give me a nice small one, and I'm happy. Eric, what's your popcorn rating for Freakier Friday?
Based on our rating system, I give it a medium. I think a small bag is left as, like we had said in there, that it's has some issues or it's not enjoyable to watch. Listen, this movie is not anything to write home about. I feel that as soon as you press play, you know what it is. You know how it's going to end. You know what the conflict is. You know how it's going to start. You know everything about this movie. And you're really only watching it for the people who are in it. And that's what it was. They were enjoyable to watch. I think that it really showed on camera. Everyone was having a good time. It was a very fun, playful movie. I agree with you completely that Lindsay Lohan was not really shining in this movie. She was just, it felt like in some parts she was just there to kind of get the paycheck and like, okay, I'm ready to go home. Whereas other parts, I feel like her and Jamie Lee are just actually having a good time together. But, oh man, there was a part when she had to fake cry in this movie, and I said, ooh, sweetheart, you don't need to.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's hard to watch. You don't need to do that one.
Well, yeah, because she has so much cheek implants, she couldn't really.
Yeah, it was just like, you're just making like a lizard face now. You're not really crying. Anyway, will I watch it again? I don't know. I don't think so. But it's enjoyable. It's a fine movie. It's just like,
Yeah.
When my girls get older, like if they watch it, then that's fine. I don't know. I feel like this is like an airplane movie kind of a thing. This is just like, you're snowed in at your house or at the cabin, be like, you guys want to watch this movie? It's either this or another movie. It's either this or Hercules again.
That's how I watched Racing Stripes last year.
Yeah, I feel like
up at the cabin up north, it was snowing. We couldn't do anything, and they had like 4 DVDs. My grandparents did, and one of them was Racing Stripes, the Talking Zebra.
Yeah. Okay.
Watch that one. I did.
I believe that. I feel like this is that type of movie that you would find like it's either this one or like, I don't know, what's that? Fly Away Home.
Perfect.
Anna Paquin and Jeff Daniels. Yeah, it's like, all right. I guess this one.
You know what? Just keep the ball rolling on this for a second. Since to tell the same joke again, you and I are SNL fans. This reminds me of that Sam Adams, Bill Burr commercial with the pumpkin ale, right? And
okay.
And he was describing. He was like, you know what this tastes like? This pumpkin stuff. It's like, somebody comes over to my house and it's like, hey, you got a beer, and it's been sitting in your fridge for 6 months. You're like, oh, I got this pumpkin shit. Yeah, okay. It's kind of, that's what Freakier Friday is. It's like, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all right. You want another one? No, I'll have a water.
I'm good. Yeah. So I'm shocked you're going to give it a medium. I'm giving it a small just simply because I don't like it. But
I feel like it was just kind of like down the road and a safe family movie kind of a thing, right? Where I knew what it was. On like with something like Red One, a movie that you love so much, where
no,
I also knew what that was, but that one was just insultingly bad. Like that one was pandering, whereas this one, I don't know, it just was kind of happy-go-lucky.
Well, buddy, yeah, I mean,
with some wholesome parts in it. So
Red One is nominated for worst film of the year for us. So
don't get me involved on my started on my rock rant right there, and
we will
we'll save that one for the Smashing Machine. Yeah.
Yes, that or the award show. Well, everybody, thank you for listening to this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast. You can check us out on, like always, on movieguyspodcast.podbean.com. But if you notice, if you go to our website, movieguyspodcast.podbean.com, you'll see there's a new tab. What is that tab? voting season for the Movie Guys Awards, right? This is the 10th annual, so you can click on that drop-down menu and you get to vote. We have some new categories this year. We have Best Villain, Breakthrough Performance, Best Hero. We're changing it up, right? To where my daughter is even involved in the award show. That's going to be fun. It's so cute hearing a little voice. You know, just be like, and the nominees are. It's adorable. I love it. I'm just saying.
See what the results are. Did she vote? Has she seen all the movies?
She believes she voted. She has seen maybe 3. Wicked was on there.
Awesome.
Right. So make sure everybody to go on there and go ahead and cast your vote. You can vote as many times. And just like I always say too, Eric and I don't vote. This is for you guys. So whatever you click on and whoever gets the most wins. We don't have a say. So curious what everybody has to say. Eric, thank you much for joining me, and we'll be back next Thursday for another awesome episode. Have a good night.
Somebody up top telling me, Eric, it's a good time. Change that fan today. Power's out, so why not, right? So
I'm jealous. I hope you're jealous. Gina gave me complete total control to buy the refrigerator that I want this weekend without her.
oh my goodness. I mean, is there anything better, right? I mean, 8 hours of sleep or picking out your own refrigerator. You know, I mean, look at all the luxuries, you know, all the feel good things that happen when you get to 40. Oh my goodness. You know, I told you there's nothing better than having that feeling of on garbage day morning, and looking out the window, cup of coffee in my hand going, oh my God, are they gonna take it? Oh God, they did. They took all of it.
I'm talking to you.
They put it all in it.
Trash, stinking dirtbags.
Oh no, they took it. They everything I put out there. It's like, oh, you heroes. Thank you. Oh my goodness. So that's
Dad messaged dude what? I don't know how to message back.